the crossbar! Crystal left fielder down for a base hit.
Hunterdon Central is going to win the state finals here tonight.
Mark it on the board. Touchdown, Red Devils. On the deflection. On the deflection. Hunterdon Central.
Welcome to Red Devils pregame on HCTV. I'm Nick Guzman alongside Scott Semanchek. Scott, today's matchup between Hunterdon Central and Watchung Hills in the quarterfinal round of the Skyline Conference Tournament. Scott, Watchung Hills is a team Central has played 2 times. They've beat them already twice this season. What are you expecting out of this matchup here today?
Yeah, I think 2 wins against the same team is a good confidence booster going into it. You feel like you can beat them again, but at the same time, those were not easy games that they won. They ended very close, both of them, and so this is not a team that they can just go over and expect nothing of. Watchung Hills 9-3 on the season, and 2 of their losses were to Central, and the other one was only to Gill. So they didn't have that bad of a season. Watchung Hills did. They had a very good season, as well as, of course, Central's having a very good season. They're not just a team that they can just go over. This is going to be a very good game between the 2 teams.
Central, they're the 4th seed. They've won 7 games in a row. What do you liked about their play?
They've been playing extremely well as a team. They've been playing extremely well against every other team that they've played. They had, of course, that big game against Gill that they ended up taking the win on. I think that was a huge booster just to their momentum and their confidence going into it, especially because they've had such a struggle against Gill in the past. I think that a 7-game win streak is a huge help. I think that really gets them going.
And in a tournament like this, it's win or go home. What does the mindset have to be like for these Red Devils players?
I mean, again, they've been playing against these teams a lot this season. Playing against Watchung Hills is their 3rd matchup. They're going to be seeing this as a team that they can beat, and they know they can beat, and they won't want to go out very, very easily.
You got a chance to catch up with some Red Devils seniors as they reflected on their time in the program. Take a look.
Obviously, I'm going to remember all the wins, but I'm also going to remember all the good times, like sharing with the teammates, just little stuff, being on the bus, in practice, in film, just waiting for things in the hallways, just all the little memories as well.
The practices and the games are great with the guys, but we talk about it all the time, just going out to dinner after like a win. We went out a few times this year. We go to Chili's, just have a good time there, talk with the guys, and it's fun.
Being with all the other players, all my friends, just spending all the time that we had off the court is probably the most memorable things. So whether that's going bowling or going out to eat, or the end of the year parties, those are always the things that we'll remember the most.
I think this program gets the best out of you. The coaching staff and all your teammates push you to work hard and be your best every day. This is one of the tightest groups I've ever been a part of. I think we're all really good friends and get along on the court and off the court. I think the bond we've built over the past few years will continue into college and after that.
It's been great. It's just had great teammates the past few years. Coached really well, Coach Falco, and it's just been a good experience.
Definitely just going to remember most looking up to the older guys and just trying to follow in their footsteps and keep the program great and make it better before I leave.
I think I'm going to remember more of the stuff off the court rather than on the court. We're a real close group of guys, and we hang out outside of basketball a lot. So I'm going to miss, after games, going out to eat, going to each other's houses for pasta parties and stuff, celebrating wins on the bus with each other, the little things like that.
All the stuff off the court with my teammates, we've grown really close over the past 4 years coming up through the program together, and we've had a lot of great memories, and I think in the long run, the things that we'll remember most will definitely be the good times we've had off the court, not necessarily the winning or losing or the stats or whatever.
Scott, before today's game, any final thoughts?
I think that this team needs to play as they've been playing all season, not take this game any lightly, even though they beat them twice already. I think that we have to see big production all around the lineup. Siskowski, Johansen, Hersek, Malto, all of them need to play their game they've been playing all season, and I think they can continue their streak.
The winner advances to the semifinal against Gill St. Bernard's. It's Hunterdon Central against Watchung Hills next on HCTV.
And welcome to Hunterdon Central basketball here on the HCTV live stream. Tonight the Red Devils take on an opponent they're quite familiar with, the Watchung Hills Warriors. I'm Jim Johnson. I'm joined tonight by the coach, Casey Ransom. Coach, how'd the freshmen make out today?
We struggled a little bit today, but they fought back, and we made it a game. We fell down early, quick, but the kids, their resiliency, which they've done all year, they fought back, made it a game. We cut it to 7 at one point, and it was just a little too late.
Well, we're hoping the varsity team makes out a little bit better today. The Red Devils and Watchung Hills, two quality teams here. This is the 4-5 game in the Skylands Conference Tournament. And seems like the seeds might be a little low. The Red Devils come into this one with a record of 9-2. Their only loss is to Gill, and they also beat the Gill St. Bernard Knights once. And they also lost to Immaculata, while the Warriors of Watchung Hills at 9-3. The two losses to Hunterdon Central earlier this year, also a loss to Gill. So these are two quality teams, a pretty good matchup for a 4-5 game.
Yeah, it's a good matchup for us. Obviously, it's tough to beat a team 3 times in a row. I do think we're a better team. But it's tough to go up against. They're a good basketball team. They got Martini, obviously 1,000-point scorers, going to Cornell to play quarterback, great athlete. But I do think we have the better basketball team.
All right, now the fans in attendance, the parents that is, will stand and rise as we get ready for our national anthem.
Please rise and remember to remove your hats as we honor America and those who protect it with the playing of our national anthem.
Glad you could join us here on the HCTV live stream here from the field house at Hunterdon Central. As again, we've got the 4-5 matchup in the Skylands. The winner who advanced to Thursday night's semifinal game against the powerhouse Gill St. Bernard's as they get ready to introduce the Watchung Hills Warriors. So, Coach, I say this every time we've got a Watchung Hills team come in. I've got a secret thing for the colors of brown and gold. So I know they're not the most popular colors out there. It's old school San Diego Padres, but I like it. I like the Watchung Hills colors. So I've got to state that, and then I'll shut up about the Watchung Hills colors. Warriors led by junior Elijah Lewis, averaging over 20 points a game. And, of course, Chad Martini, who you mentioned. Martini, 19.5 points, almost 11 rebounds a game. Coach, you know Martini from the football ranks. He was tough. A 4-year starting quarterback for Watchung Hills.
Yeah, he's definitely a big-time athlete. I actually know his family pretty well. His brother went to St. Joe's when I was the football coach there, so I got to know his mom and dad pretty well. You know, they're a superb family. His brother's a phenomenal athlete as well. I think his best football is going to be ahead of him. He's big, he's athletic. I wouldn't be surprised to see if they moved him in position once he got there and he gets bigger and stronger, ends up playing a tight end, something like that.
Pretty darn quality basketball player, too. Could certainly have played at the next level basketball had he decided. Probably a Division III basketball player, but can't go wrong. You can't argue with a Cornell education, right?
No, not at all.
So the Red Devils come into this one with 7 consecutive wins. Red Devils have not lost since falling to Immaculata. That was about 4 weeks ago. So Central hot, and again, Watchung Hills has only lost 3 games, but 2 of them to Central. So there's always that cliche, it's hard to beat an opponent 3 times. We're going to find out tonight. The New Orleans Saints found out in the NFL playoffs this year. Click and glad. Early traveling in this game. So we are underway here from the field house at Hunterdon Central. Jim Johnson with Casey Ransone calling the action tonight. That's Martini up at the top of the key. To Bocash. Martini looks, and it's back over to number 12. That's Harrison Gillenwater. Gillenwater at the top, over to Elijah Lewis. Elijah Lewis from 3-point. Nope, that's not good. But the rebound by the Warriors. Good patient offense so far.
Absolutely.
By
That's
Watchung
one
Hills.
thing you're going to have to, you can't give 2 or 3 shots down the court. We're going to have to give them one and done. It's too good of a basketball team to do that.
3-pointer there.
The third attempt right here.
Is no good.
Got to get on the boards.
That's Brian Zhang, sophomore. And now it's a turnover. That's Matt Siskowski. And Siskowski tries to go coast to coast. He draws a foul. And that one goes on Gillenwater, the senior. So Matt Siskowski, certainly a good offensive force for Central, 12.5 points a game. He's at the line for 2. Sinks the first point of the game. Second one, no good. Rebound by Bocash as the Warriors bring the ball back up. Herseg on Bocash. Zhang. Bocash puts the move. Doesn't see anything he likes. Martini drives to the inside. There's Bocash again. Zhang driving in.
Good take. Bang. That's what Central wants to do. They want to get the ball up in transition and get shots off. That's the strength of their game. They don't want to play a half-court game. We're great in transition. If we can do that, we're going to be all right tonight.
Back comes Watchung Hills. 4-2 Red Devils in the early going. 3-point shot, no good. Pulled down by Johansen. That's Eric Malto to Connor Herseg. Herseg guarded by Lewis. Siskowski on the inside. Nowhere to go. Turnover. There's Lewis. He's going to take it coast to coast. Elijah Lewis, the layup, and that evens things up at 4-4. Turnover by Malta.
You got to do a better job right now protecting the basketball. I feel like those are 2 unforced turnovers right there.
Here's Martini. To Bright. Three-pointer. No good. That one's going to go against Matt Siskowski. So that's the first foul for the Red Devils tonight. Oh, no, my mistake. That's on Charlie Gillikin. I thought he put up 1-4, but that's on Gillikin, his first. Inside to Martini. No good. Rebound by Gillikin, and back come the Red Devils. There's Johansen. He sizes up a three-pointer, just catches the front of the rim. Bocash on the rebound, and back come the Warriors. Bocash brings it, but that's no good. Fighting for the rebound. Johansen to Siskowski for the layup. 6-4 Red Devils. Back comes Martini. Nice shot there by Zach Martini.
Man, he's a big body. He looks bigger now than he did during football season.
And forgive me if I call him Zach. That's his older brother at Princeton. It's Chad. Siskowski down low. That's good. Assist there to Eric Malto, and that gives the Red Devils an 8-6 lead. Ooh, a nice move. No good, though. And back come the Red Devils. Here's Siskowski driving to the paint. Back to Herseg. Herseg knocking down 12.7 this year for the Red Devils. Been quite the offensive force. One of only 3 Red Devils that are juniors. So a lot of these players playing for what could be their last time here at the Fieldhouse. Here's Herseg to Gillikin. 3-ball, no good. Johansen battles for the rebound. And Brian Johansen will be called on the foul.
I think that's a weak call right there, Jim.
Into the game is Kevin Adams. Adams will replace Kevin Malta. Adams has done a solid job this year as 6th man for the Red Devils. And he comes in with Central protecting a 2-point lead. Here's Martini on the drive. And the layup. Nice move there by Chad Martini. Oh, and that one is going to go back the other way. Offensive foul there on Matt Siskowski. So the Red Devils suddenly with 3 fouls. Siskowski's first. And we have an 8-8 game. We expected nothing less than a close one. The last 2 games for close, Coach. It's going to be the same here.
Oh, absolutely. It's going to be an up-and-down game. And like I said, I like the fact we're going to get into a transition game. I think it favors us. It's what we do. And we're
here
very
comes
good at
Siskowski.
it.
Oh, a little out of control.
Travel.
Tokash, but that's a travel called on Trevor Bocash. So it'll go back to the Red Devils. We've got 2:16 to go in the first period. This game tied at 8. Herseg to Gillikin. Johansen sizes up a 3. That one's short. Rebound to the Warriors. Down low.
Offensive.
And that is an offensive foul. That's going to go against Elijah Lewis, who can't yet get underway offensively. Lewis, a very dangerous player, as I mentioned earlier, at 20 points a game offense. That's an awful lot for a high school player.
Oh, no question. That's filling it up.
That one goes out of bounds. Red Devils retain possession. Good defense there by the Warriors. Now Johansen looking to take on Martini. Thinks about a three, but doesn't. Gillikin's three is no good. But rebound by Siskowski. That one falls. Red Devils 10-8. Back comes Bokash. Bokash loses control, now regains it. Thinks about the shot. Nice spin move by Bokash. But Kevin Adams there on the defense.
Tell you what, it's a great job by Central there, closing out. Chest stops, not allowing to get to the basket, and causing an unforced turnover. It's a great job defense. It's a great set right there.
Yep. Ball thrown away there by Chad Martini. So with 45 seconds left, let's see if the Red Devils are thinking one shot. It's a long time to kill. Jake Campbell into the game now, the senior. He drives and penetrates. Back out to Hersig. That one way long. And back comes Lewis for the Warriors. Tipped away by Hersig. So we've got 24 seconds left in the first period. If we're going to be totally correct, it's 24.1. 10-8 our score. Now let's see if the Warriors will kill for one shot. I would think that'd be the case. Certainly seems that way as Bokash, the top of the key, to Lewis. Bokash in no hurry at all.
We're probably going about 8 right here.
Martini, 6 seconds to go. Bokash. Not much time, but they get that one in. Oh, that's a beautiful play and a beautiful way to end the first quarter. Nice layup there by Chad Martini.
Good job by Watchung Hills right there. It's just us being a little lazy on the defensive end of court. Starting to ball watch a little bit and not seeing this guy slip behind us.
And that is how you do a 24-second play, Coach, just like that.
That's me said. We're going to be all right here. I think I just counted. I think we're 1 for 5 right now from three-point land. I think Brian has 1, and then we're going to be all right. We'll get those shots going. Just get our feet underneath us. Brian will knock some down. Charlie will knock some down.
So we get ready for second quarter play. Even Steven, 10-10 here. Red Devils and Warriors. You just get the feeling this game is going to probably be within 5 points the whole way. So again, the winner of this one, Coach, will move on to play Gill on Thursday night. With just 7 teams in the field, Gill automatically advances to the second round. And from what I understood, Ridge, the 6th seed, had a quarantine or a COVID issue, so they've had to default out of the tournament. So we're down to 6 teams as we start the second quarter. Oh, a beautiful drive there. Brian Hopwood. Hopwood now with 4 points for the Warriors. Hills takes a 2-point lead. That one a little bit long by Herseg.
Chung Hills does an incredible job of just movement and coming off screens and getting to the basket. They're constantly moving. They're hard to defend.
That Hopwood has a quick first step, and he just got a quick step past Jay Campbell. Did not convert, but a foul called on the play. Hopwood sinks the first. He'll have one more. That one's short. Violation, a shooting violation on that. Made no matter. It was a missed shot anyway. So it'll be the Red Devils with possession, trailing by 3, their biggest deficit of the night. Adams with the ball. Connor Herseg has yet to get on track offensively. High pass there by Adams over Gilligan's head. That's a turnover. And it turns over to the Warriors. Very disciplined game, both sides, Coach. Nobody's in a big hurry here.
Well, I mean, it's two of the best in the entire conference. I think Montgomery got a favorable seed where they were at, and we kind of got the
Hopwood.
Watchung and us get the tougher route to the finals, but that's why you play the game, right? You want to compete against the best, and that's what we're doing here.
Yep, Montgomery was the number 3 seed in this thing. I think there was some disappointment probably from Central, thinking they might have gotten the 3 seed. If nothing else, because the season was so short, I don't imagine these teams wanted to play each other again. They like to play some different opponents.
Yeah, I mean, I think we came down to 3 seed with the loss to Immaculata, which I get, but I mean, I think we have enough quality wins to where we could have gotten that seed. But it is what it is, and you play who they put you in front of.
Now Charlie Gilligan from downtown. He hits. Charlie Gilligan with a 3-pointer. That knots things up at 13-13. Hopwood to Bocash. That's Martini. Good defense by the Red Devils. As the Warriors have not been able to permeate this. Until they do. And that's Elijah Lewis with a basket. And that gives Watchung Hills a 15-13 lead. Back come the Red Devils. Hersig almost out of control, but he flips it to Campbell. And that's going to be a turnover. Martini now brings it back the other way.
I wonder if they get a shot here if Michael
Lewis with a 3 ball. That's short. But Lewis back, blocked by Gilligan. And now the Red Devils on the break. Gilligan drives. Oh, he can't connect on the layup. Tough one there for the Red Devils. Back comes Bocash. And that's an offensive foul on Hopwood. Just a little bit of a push off. That's a little bit of a touch call there.
Yeah,
I actually thought it might have been a travel.
Yeah, I thought it was a little bit weak there, but I was just talking about how well we defended down there, which we did, but that's what good disciplined basketball teams do right there. They just keep going, and they work their stuff until you finally break down, and that's what they did, and they got an easy layup.
As Eric Moulton checks back in for the Red Devils. Herseg over to Adams, and back to Malta. Inside to Campbell. Jay Campbell. Oh, that one won't fall. And a transition move, and that's a dunk for Elijah Lewis. That's good transition basketball right there by the Warriors.
Up. Good, obviously, finish with putting it down. We just got to finish shots right now, Jim. We're just missing too many shots, too many easy ones. I think we probably about have 8 points left on the board that normally we finish. And the good news is we're still 4 points down, with that being said. So we'll
decent shot.
We'll get it going.
was a decent shot there by Campbell, just didn't fall. But, boy, that's a nice offensive break. Lewis just darting down the court and scoring. So the biggest lead for the game at 4 points. Not exactly monumental lead so far.
Exactly.
But we expected nothing less.
Exactly. And that's the, if you want to use the word comforting, I'm not saying it's comforting, but only down 4 with some of the shots that we normally put down, right, didn't go down, and we're still only down 4. So we're going to be fine. Those things will start falling. We're a veteran-savvy team. They'll start falling.
It's hard to believe, Coach. We've almost hit the end of the line. This Saturday is the last game.
Went fast.
Win, lose, or draw, and then we'll move on to Season 3. With for boys sports, it's wrestling. Girls will have volleyball and gymnastics. Trevor Bokash with a foul. And Siskowski back in after a short blow. He replaces Kevin Adams. Jake Campbell seeing some significant time tonight for the Red Devils. Siskowski to Malta. There's Campbell, the lefty. That one's just short. Rebound not controlled by the Red Devils. It'll go back to Watchung Hills. Warriors ball, 3:45 left in this second period. 17-13 Warriors. Bokash. Hopwood, back to Bokash.
Look up.
Turnover, Campbell to Malto. Eric Malto with the hoop.
It's a big bucket right there.
Off the turnover. Back come the Warriors. Martini's shot not able to fall, but Watchung Hills retains possession. So Charlie Gillikin checks back in for the Red Devils. So Central now with its starters all on the court, the starting 5. Lewis in the corner. Finds Martini. Lewis, that's Hopwood. Ooh, Lewis with a little stutter step on Brian Johansen.
He's a good player.
And that's good. Nice basketball move there by Elijah Lewis. 19-15
smooth.
Hills.
He elevates very quickly.
Oh, no call on that one. Looked like a great heads-up play by Brian Johansen. The three-pointer looking for the foul, but not called. Johansen with the rebound. As back come the Red Devils. Malto takes off to the basket. That counts. And a foul.
It might be a little bit of a makeup one right there because that should have been called on Brian. That was a veteran move by Brian. He should have been in the line for 3.
So Malta looking to connect on the old-fashioned three-point play here. Red Devils down by 2. Malta shot, nothing but net. 1-point game again, 19-18. Bokash covered in the backcourt by Herseg. Nice defense there by Malto. Almost a turnover. We'll get him. Here's Hopwood.
The rebound by Brian. Eyes up.
Back comes Malto. Looks to take it, and it falls. Eric Malto puts the Red Devils back on top, 20-19. Bokash to Hopwood. Trevor Bokash in the corner.
We cover that. We can switch it. Oh, that's offensive.
Hopwood, that's going to be an offensive foul. Nice defense there by Malta, drawing that shoulder. And that's the 16th foul against Watchung Hills. as Cam Bright checks into this game for the first time, replacing Hopwood. Looking down low for Johansen. Brian Johansen won't fall, but he gets his own rebound, and that falls. 22-19 Red Devils on an 8-0 run here in the latter stages of the second quarter. Here comes Lewis. Foul line shot, no good. Rebound by Malton.
Here.
You know he's looking to run. Siskowski on transition, a little out of control, but it falls. Matt Siskowski.
Or
nice.
you could just do that.
If that's out of control, I don't want to be in control. 10-0 run now by the Red Devils, 24-19. .38 seconds left in the second quarter. Bocash looks for the shot. No good, but tipped back in by Martini. Chad Martini with the tip in. That cuts to 3 points. So the Red Devils, for certain, will look for the last shot here as we've got now 15 seconds to go. Red Devils hoping to go into the halftime with maybe a 5 or a 6 point lead. 7 seconds to go. Looking to make the move is Malto. He drives.
Good take.
Oh, it's no good. Unfortunate. Nice drive there by Eric Malto. Just wouldn't fall. And as a result, it's 24-21 Red Devils at the half.
Yeah, that was a good possession by us right there at the end. We went on that little run. It's a good way to finish up 3. Second quarter after being down 4 at the end of the first. And, this is what it's going to be. Two good basketball teams going to be up and down, and we're just going to have to answer their runs. And right there at the end, those shots started falling for us that we normally hit. So
we're going to take a little break now, Coach, as we will join you when second half resumes here on the HCTV live stream. Our halftime score, the Red Devils 24, Watchung Hills 21. As we get set for second half action here at the field house at Hunterdon Central Regional High School. Our halftime score is the Red Devils 24 and Watchung Hills 21. Jim Johnson with the coach, Casey Ransone. Coach, what'd you see in the first half that you liked and didn't like?
Well, I think we answered their runs. They're a good basketball team. We answered the little runs that they had, but I think the big thing is we started making shots there at the end. Shots that just weren't falling for us in the beginning. We're going to have to knock down some more three-pointers, but at the end of the day, Jim, it's getting the ball to the rim, getting to the foul line, and then finally knocking down three-pointers. So those are the two things we got to do is get to the rim and finish, which we started to do. Secondly, get to the line, knock those down, and then third, knock down wide-open threes in that order. If we do that, we're going to be fine.
And the season we've been talking about the last couple of weeks, so many last possibilities. This very well could be the last game here for this senior class. Win and they play at Gill and then lose. There's supposedly 3 games guaranteed. We'll have to kind of see what else plays. But anyway, we get ready to start the second half. Red Devils will go right to left. Matt Chakowski looks inside. There's Gilligan with a three-pointer. In and out, rebound by Bocash. Now the Warriors on the move. Bocash with the ball. Back to Hopwood, to Lewis. Nice defense there by Charlie Gilligan on Martini. Hopwood with a shot, and that's good.
Good job creating space and finishing there.
So Brian Hopwood pulls Watchung Hills to within 1 as we are just 1 minute into play in the second half. It's 24-23. There's Gilligan to Siskowski. Brian Johansen now. He looks to make a move, and he does. Beautiful move by Brian Johansen to give the Red Devils the 3-point lead. Back comes Elijah Lewis with a little up and under, but no good. Rebound by Siskowski, and back come the Red Devils.
Possession right here. I always say that, coming out in the third quarter, I think the first 3 minutes of the third quarter are the most important of the basketball game. And, we want to be smart, get good possessions, put the ball in the hole.
Herseg's shot doesn't fall. Rebound. Control by Bokash, who pulls up a three-pointer. That one's off.
Drop.
And back comes Malto and the Red Devils. Oh, beautiful move there by Brian Johansen. That one's falls. Couple of slick moves by Johansen in the early going here in the third quarter.
It's a Division I move right there. And he's a Division I player, as you said last time. I know he's going to John Hopkins.
And there's a three-pointer by Gillenwater and a quick officials time afterwards. Not sure what happened. The referee said something to Hopwood. At any rate, now it's a three-point game after Gillenwater's tray. And again, expected nothing less than a close game, and sure enough, that's what we've got. Connor Herseg, who offensively hasn't got underway. That's Charlie Gillikin's shot is off. And Lewis brings it back for the Warriors.
Probably not the shot we wanted right there. Have to get a stop.
Here comes Martini. Back to Hopwood for the three. That's good. Brian Hopwood with a three-pointer. And suddenly, the Warriors take a one-point lead. That's back-to-back threes for Watchung Hills.
My shot selection so important. Wasn't the best shot selection previous trip down the court. We got to get a good one here.
Herseg back to Johansen. Johansen, a three-year member of this varsity team. There's Eric Molto's shot, no good. And judging by the body language, I thought that was going to be on Gillenwater, but it was on Brian Hopwood. They're calling that a shooting foul, Coach. Okay.
I'm a little confused right there.
You and me both. At any rate.
I thought he was calling it on the box out.
Yeah. Malta's first is in and out.
I'll be honest, I'm not quite sure what just happened.
I'm not quite sure either. Zach Cohen's in to replace Hopwood, who I believe now has 3 fouls. Malta's second shot is good. And we're even once again, this time 29 all. And Malta exits the game, and in the game for the Red Devils is Kevin Adams. Here's Martini, the shot, no good. Cohen with a rebound. Bokash on the inside. Trevor Bokash, no good. Controlled by Johansen, and back come the Red Devils.
Careful there.
Here's Siskowski. That's good. Oh, nice drive there by Harrison Gillenwater.
I tell you, Siskowski's tough underneath. For a guard, he's tough. He's strong body. He finishes strong at the rim.
So Gillenwater drew the foul. 2 shots. First one, no good. Gillenwater's second shot, also no good. So the Warriors come up empty on that trip to the line. And Coach Mike Falco calls a timeout for the Red Devils. So we've got 3 minutes, 35 seconds left to play in this third period. Red Devils by 2, 31-29. Again, our winner will move on to face Gill on Thursday night. The Red Devils, of course, beat the Knights of Gill St. Bernard's on Thursday night. Big win for Coach Mike Falco's club. And honestly, Gill was missing a couple key players. I'm not sure the status of those players, but hey, you play the team that comes up on the court. And the reality is, two of the best guys on the court were still members of Gill, so it was a nice win.
Oh, and it was a great win. And, I'm not going to downplay it because, I know
Coach, you
their
never
guy was
apologize
out.
for wins.
Absolutely not. But that's still a really good basketball team they played. There's still big-time Division I players on the court.
No doubt about it.
They know they were missing their big guys, probably an NBA talent. But to go in there and beat that team, it's a big win.
So we're back underway. 3 minutes and 25 seconds left. Kevin Adams with the ball. He is Siskowski. Back to Johansen.
It's a little careless right there by us. We didn't need that. Got to be smarter there.
And Bokash. Back to Cohen. Trevor Bokash takes it to the paint.
Good move.
And scores. We're tied once again. I was just about to say Connor Herseg just can't offensively get going this game. He has just been such an offensive threat for the Red Devils. And I think after a while, maybe you get a little bit out of rhythm and out of groove, and I think that might be the case with him.
Yeah, he's a little sluggish than normal, but, it only takes a shot, and then he gets right back into it. And good shooters will keep shooting.
Johansen, beautiful spin
This is where
move.
we need to be right here. If he misses it or not, that's a good take. And that's how we're going to win this game, get to the basket like that.
Inside to Lewis. There's Martini with the ball. Oh, he's got underneath Cohen, but Cohen flips it back out to Lewis. Down goes Johansen, but no foul. Now Zach Cohen with a nice move. Draws the foul, can't connect, but Zach Cohen will go to the line to shoot two.
Watchung Hill's ball movement is very impressive. They move the ball, man, and when you do that, it makes it very hard for the defense to recover, which creates those one-on-ones and those abilities to drive to the basket and get to the line. And that's all from ball movement right there.
Cohen's first is good. He'll have one more as he looks to even things up once again. 2:17 left to play in the third quarter. Oh, my mistake. Watchung Hills is actually up, so the Warriors are up by one. Warriors by one. Just over 2 minutes. Siskowski. Three. That's no good. Adams battles for the rebound, but Martini controls, and back come the Warriors. Gillenwater. Back to Lewis. Martini, a beautiful spin move. That's no good. Battle underneath. Bokash comes out with it. A lot of patience, Coach, as you mentioned. This is a very well-disciplined team.
Very well-disciplined. Like I said, their ball movement's what's most impressive.
Bokash for three. That's no good. In and out. Siskowski with a rebound, and back come the Red Devils.
Oh.
Herseg at the top of the key. We've got 1 minute to go in the third period. 1 minute. Eric Malto is set to check back in. The next whistle. Kevin Adams thinks about it, but he gets it over instead to Johansen.
Physical down there in the bottom. It's Siskowski.
Herseg now challenges Lewis. That teardrop is good. Coach, you said it before. It just takes one shot. Maybe that's the shot that gets things going for Herseg.
Where's that shot usually come from? Going to the basket, finishing strong.
So the Red Devils retake the 1 point lead. Now the Warriors will hold for the last shot as they look to take a lead at the end of this period. Just an excellent game so far. 10 seconds to go. Martini to Gillenwater. Martini drives to the middle. He's got Cohen at the buzzer. That's no good. Probably not the shot Watchung Hills was holding for there, though Zach Cohen did have a decent look. At any rate, it's no good. The Red Devils do hold on for that 1-point lead after 3 periods of play. So, Coach, we've got 8 minutes to go here. What are the Red Devils going to have to do to kind of get this one over the top?
Again, and I just said it before, it's about getting the ball to the basket. I don't know what we are. I don't have a book here, but I don't know what we are from three-point land right now, but it's not very high percentage, I can tell you that. And so we just got to continue to get the ball to the basket, finish those shots, and get to the line.
Gillikin had a couple three-pointers in the first half, but as you mentioned, there have not been a lot of three-pointers in this game. And this thing is just going back and forth again. Can't be understated at all, or overstated, I should say. It's great to have some fans in here. It's just parents, but there's a little activity for those of us who were here early in the season, and even at your freshman games. It's lonely out there when you see the tumbleweeds moving across and there's nobody in the crowd.
It's nice to have a little atmosphere here. Even from the last time I was here up here with the fans, just a little more of a energetic atmosphere than last time. So it's good. You know?
And of course, we're going to move on to the third season next week, to the next round of sports. But, Coach, I'm sorry, I think I cut you off.
I was just going to say, I think we're doing a pretty good job of bottling up Martini for the most part. You know, he's missed a couple easy ones. Obviously, I mean, he's their guy. Go Cash, but you know, I think we've done a pretty good job of keeping
some
him
good
somewhat,
defense there by Gillikin on
bottled
Martini.
up. So, knock on wood now.
Yep.
Right?
There is
Probably
wood
shouldn't
here.
have said that.
Good place to knock, but don't knock too much because that camera will shake. We start the fourth quarter. It is Warrior ball. Hopwood over to Cohen. 4-3. That's no good. Malto with a rebound. Eric Malto brings it up, but Hopwood on the steal. Now Bokash on the drive. Trevor Bokash gives the Warriors a 1-point lead 30 seconds into the fourth quarter. Got the Red Devils starting 5 out now. Matt Siskowski at the top of the key. Over to Eric Malto. Brian Johansen looking on the inside. Siskowski looks to make the move, and Zach Cohen draws the offensive foul on Matt Siskowski. That one could have gone either way.
Yeah, I think that's a no call right there. I mean, a game like this, if I was a coach, that would drive me crazy right there. I mean,
Cohen's
good defense, great defense,
very
no
good
question.
defense, absolutely.
I just don't think it was offensive.
So the Warriors now with a lead and the ball as we are under 7 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. 34-33, Watchung Hills. Phillips thinks about the shot. Instead, he goes inside to Martini. Good ball movement once again. A lot of patience by this Warrior team. No bad shots taken here. Martini with the ball. Watchung Hills bench kind of alive a little bit. The Warriors have probably killed off about 50 seconds so far of this possession. Hopwood.
Job Malto.
And it's a turnover. Herseth comes up with the ball, and Coach Mike Falco calls a quick timeout. So that was, I think, a 1-minute possession with no shots whatsoever. Almost looked like a little Dino Smith in the Four Corners offense there. For those old enough to relate to that, Coach, I realize you might be looking at me like, Dean Smith, yeah, I heard of him. So we've got a little under 6 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. Red Devils now trail 34-33. And you just get the feeling this one is we've stated before, how it's been back and forth, and almost you feel like this is going to get down to the last possession.
Yes.
Again, winner advances Thursday night. There will be consolation game. So each team is supposed to play 3 games this week. Now with only 7 seeds in our bracket to begin with, and now with Ridge falling out down to 6, I'm not quite sure how the parameters will work out for the losing team here tonight. But at any rate, there's supposed to be 3 games for each team this week, which is good because these boys only got 11 or 12 games this year.
Yeah, and I'm sure they're going to figure it out some way to get those games in for whoever falls tonight. But this game's going to come down to possession now at this point, right? In a 1-point game, it's about, not turning the ball over and having good possessions and being smart. We're going to have to do that. Watchung's going to have to do that. We'll see who wins that turnover battle.
Again, the Red Devils have beat Watchung Hills both meetings this year. 1 game here, 1 game in Warren, but both games were very close, as is this one. Here's Gilligan from downtown. That's good.
Shot Charlie.
Charlie Gilligan nails a 3, and the Red Devils go up by 2. But back the other way is Connor Herseth with a foul. We were just talking about that 3-point absence.
Yep.
Gilligan nails that one off the timeout.
Yeah, almost from deep, too. Hey, one thing, Charlie's not shy. He can knock him down. He can get on a roll.
Bocash looks down low for Martini. That's good. And a foul. That one's going to go against Matt Siskowski. I'm sensing a disapproval from you, Coach.
Yeah, I don't. I thought that was a little touchy.
A little nickel dimer is what you're saying. Martini misses the free throw, so this game remains tied at 36. Under 5.5 to go in the 4th quarter. Gilligan looks inside to Johansen. Back out to Gilligan. The Devils kind of reset here. Gilligan from 3 once again. Charlie Gilligan, back-to-back trays. Red Devils take a 3-point lead, 39-36.
How about it, Charlie?
Here comes Bocash driving the paint. He loses possession. Malta off the turnover to Johansen, who drives. That one in and out. And now Lewis controls for the Warriors.
Oh, there you go.
That one goes off of Trevor Bocash's knee on a fast break 2-on-1. A break for the Red Devils. A little back and forth activity here, Coach, all of a sudden, after a very deliberate pace.
Yeah, starting to get down the court a little bit. And, man, 2 big shots by Charlie right there. And I know we start off a little sluggish. I think that's his 3rd 3 now. After I said we're not knocking down threes, Charlie gets hot.
Charlie's always been a bit of a streak
too.
shooter, and when he's on, and couldn't be on at more of a right time for the Red Devils.
It's more about timing, right? Hitting shots at the right time.
Just an excellent game here all the way around. A lot of excitement here at the Hunterdon Central Fieldhouse.
Yeah, it's a big possession for us right here. Possibility to go up 5, maybe 6.
You almost feel like these possessions now might all get a little more deliberate. Yep. But there's still 4:33 left, so there's no way anyone really wants to slow down the pace too much.
It's kind of that double-edged sword where, you want to be smart, but you also don't want to take good shots away from kids and be a little too conservative either. But But they got to be smart.
Pleasant welcome to those watching on the HCTV live stream. A good one here in Flemington. Thrown away there by Herseth, and the ball goes back to the Warriors. Big break there for Watchung Hills. So we've got a 3-point game with 4:15 to go. Martini. Oh, that one's good. Brian Hopwood. And just like that, We are even Steven at 39. Malta looks inside, deflected, but controlled by Hersig. Eric Malta drives into the paint. His follow-away shot just short. And that one goes toward Watchung Hills. So back-to-back fruitless possessions by the Red Devils. And now the Warriors can take the lead with 3:40 to go. Here's Martini to Lewis. Hopwood thinks about it. And now it's Zach Cohen. There's Hopwood once again. Thinks about it. Goes for the 2 and connects. Brian Hopwood, a big surge here in the fourth quarter. And now the Warriors are up by 2. Malto takes Hopwood. That one no good. Malto battles for the rebound, but back comes Lewis. Foul called on Charlie Gillikin. That's the 6th team foul for the Red Devils. So this game has just turned after that timeout, hasn't it?
Yeah, I mean, that's what, six points for him in a row right there, right? 6 unanswered.
So the next foul on the Red Devils will put them over the limit. The Warriors with the ball and a 2-point lead. Lewis,
travel.
And they will call Elijah Lewis for the travel. Just a quick stutter step there. Break for the Red Devils. Central gets the ball back. 2:55 to go in our fourth quarter. Central trails 41-39.
Now this is me. We want the ball in Brian's hands.
Johansen
right
takes Lewis and draws the foul.
And that's what we want. We want the ball in Brian's hands right now. Let him be the player that he is. Let him be the senior. Okay. Let him finish the game out here.
One of the players the Red Devils certainly want at the line, Brian Johansen. Been in a lot of these spots through the years. He makes the first with 2:44 to go in the fourth quarter. He'll look to even things up. That one rolls around and in, and once again, we have a tie game at 41.
I think Watchung is not even close to being in the bonus as far as giving fouls.
Martini drives on Johansen. Doesn't connect, but draws the foul. As we mentioned, between football and basketball, Chad Martini has been in a lot of big games through the years. The maturity you'd want in a player.
Oh, no question. Like I said, he's a 4-year star in football. And
first shot short.
Obviously comes from a family of athletes, and he's grown up with it. So,
yep, his brother Zach, a standout at Gill St. Bernard's, who is now at Princeton. Second shot also no good. So that's a couple times in this quarter that the Warriors have gone 0 for 2 from the line. And that's the kind of thing you can really look back on and can haunt you if you're a coach. Let me get my Captain Obvious hat for that one, Coach. Now it's Johansen with the ball. He drives on Lewis.
Move.
Brian Johansen gets called for a travel.
That's not a walk. That's a terrible call.
Looked clean from here.
That's not a walk. It's an awful call.
And the shot
in a big spot in the game.
Under 2 minutes to go now, 41-41. Here comes Martini driving. He loses control. But they're calling a foul on the floor, and this will be a 1-and-1 situation for Watchung Hills.
Wow.
So the foul is on Herseg on the floor. The 8th team foul for the Red Devils. 1-1 for Martini, who just missed 2 from the line.
I feel like that's 2 pretty tough calls right there.
This time, Chad Martini connects to give the Warriors a lead of 1 point, 42-41. Second shot also good. And a timeout is called. Watchung Hills calling the timeout there, a full 60 timeout.
Yeah, Watchung has plenty of fouls to give here, too.
Yes, they do. Only 3 team fouls for the Warriors.
Pretty lopsided this half.
As it's 43-41, just under 2 minutes to go here in a game that has certainly lived up to how it's been billed, a classic 4-5 game. And the seeds ahead of these clubs, Gill was 1, Rutgers Prep was 2, and Montgomery 3. Rutgers Prep had to play Franklin tonight, a pretty solid team that we saw before.
Yeah,
but
they gave Rutgers Prep a run for their money last time.
They did.
I think it was within 4 points in the last 30 seconds, and Rutgers Prep pulled away in the last 30 seconds with foul shots. But that Franklin team, that's the last time we did this, they're athletic.
Yep. Solid team. Montgomery, of course, already advances because Ridge had to pull out. So the winner of this game will look to advance to Thursday night's Skylands Conference semifinal. Over in Peapack against Gill St. Bernard's. So the Red Devils will bring it in. We've got 1 minute and 45 to go, down 2. Malta with the ball.
Doesn't seem like a lot.
To
2
Johansen.
minutes is an eternity. Got a lot of time here. A lot of things can happen.
Here's Herseg on the drive. Won't fall. Battles for the rebound. And the ball goes over to Watchung Hills. Just not falling tonight for Connor Herseg.
No.
And now Watchung Hills with a 2-point lead and the ball, 1:25 to go. And here comes Lewis. A little out of control, a questionable shot there, but lucky for Lewis, he drew a foul on the play.
Lewis is a good player. He's long, he's athletic.
Still, I don't think that was the shot they wanted to see, a 1-on-2, but Lewis did draw the foul. He'll go for 2 shots, foul on Johansen. Lewis' first shot is splash. Warriors take a 3-point lead. Second shot, no good, controlled by Central, and back comes Malto. To Johansen, who takes it to the basket, loses possession, and that is going to be a travel on Brian Johansen. Try to reset himself down low.
Yep.
So now the Red Devils trailing by 3 with just 1:09 to go. 69 ticks left in this game.
He looked like that one, he looked like his feet were moving a little bit. I think that one was a good call. Hey, Watchung's they're in a driver's seat right now. They're going to be in a double bonus, and so if they're in a driver's seat. As long as they come down here and knock down foul shots, it's going to, it should be their game it's in their hands.
So Watchung Hills having trouble getting that ball in, wisely calling the timeout with a minute and 9 seconds to go. Coach, we got a pretty big audience here. This is almost like a football game.
Big game.
Big
game,
audience,
yeah.
Right? That's why we have big game coach Casey Ransone.
Yeah.
We bring in the big guns for the big games, Coach.
I don't know about that, but it's fun being here watching high school basketball, watching 2 good teams go at it.
So Martini will look to inbound. 1:09 to go. Watchung Hills leads by 3, 44-41. Next foul on the Red Devils will result in a 2-shot foul, a double bonus. Hopwood almost trapped. Good patient play by the Warriors. They're in no hurry to shoot. We've got a foul called on the play. Charlie Gillikin gets called for the foul. So again, a 2-shot foul. This will be Zach Cohen for 2. First one, no good. 50.6 seconds to go. A shade under 51. Watchung by 3. Cohen's second shot is good. Big one there. Makes it a 2-possession game, 45-41. Now a definite sense of urgency for Central. Brian Johansen senses that. Takes it to the rack. Nice score there, Coach.
Yeah, it's big, right to the basket, conserve time. It's definitely not what Watchung wanted there. They wanted to make it a little more difficult than that. Easier said than done when it's Brian Johansen.
That's right.
Down the lane at you.
So a quick basket there by the Red Devils. 42.7 seconds to go in this one. A 2-point game once again. Obviously, Central's going to probably trap, get that press going, and then look to foul after that.
They're gonna try and pressure, get a quick turnover, an unforced turnover, and with Watchung panicking, and then if you're not going to get it, you're going to foul and try and extend this game, and it's going to, like I said, it's going to come down to Watchung making foul shots.
Certainly that pressured defense by Coach Mike Falco's club over the years has been kind of one of the cornerstones of his game. So it would be fortuitous for a turnover right here.
I'd like to see the book, too, how many foul shots we have tonight. Comparable to Watchung Hills, how many foul shots they got. And
yeah, it'd be nice if we had this sophisticated, like little score thing working here. But we're a little primitive up here on our stream, Coach, but we're nonetheless happy to be able to bring this Hunterdon Central basketball action over the HCTV live stream. Okay, Zach Cohen looks to bring it in. 42.7 seconds to go to Bocash. They easily break the press, and that's going to be on Herseg as Bocash goes down hard, but nothing malicious. Bocash looks a little bit shaken up, but it'll be a 2-shot foul for Trevor Bocash.
Trevor Bocash, he's a smooth player, big, long.
Bocash first, back rim, no good. So if nothing else, this should still be a 1-possession game. In fact, Watchung Hills putting nobody at the free throw line here. So they are conceding a rebound. And a 2-point game, Central with the ball. 36 seconds to go. Johansen to the rack, blocked by Lewis. And wisely, Eric Malto quickly fouls Bocash, who just missed 2 free throws.
That was a great block by Lewis right there.
So
that was clean, too.
It was a very clean block.
It was a great block.
Nice play there by Lewis. But wise move there by Malto, fouling the guy who just missed a pair. So he's got to be thinking about that one a little bit. We've got 28 seconds to go in this game. And it's going to be a redo. Bocash goes for 2. Short again. That's 3 missed free throws.
They're 1
in the
for
last
5
10 seconds.
since about 58 seconds have been counted. 1 for 5.
Second one is good. So it's a 3-point game. 28.3 seconds to go. Watchung Hills calls a timeout. All right, Coach. So Coach Falco has the troops in. What do you think they're thinking about here? Who do they want the ball in the hands of? Down 3.
Well, again, I want it in Johansen's hands. He's the best player on the court, but I think Central's versatile enough to get it in a couple kids' hands. We know Charlie's capable of knocking the shot down, and Hersek. So I think he has a lot of options now. the question is whether or not you want to try and tie this one up with this possession, or do you want to get to the basket, foul, and try and extend the game? So that's why they pay Mike the money, right?
That's
right
it.
Now to figure that one out.
Yeah. Well, we're certainly too early in the game for Watchung Hills to, well, with just 3 team fouls. Remember, they got some,
They can
fouls
give
to
fouls.
burn
They
here.
can give a lot of fouls.
They can actually play this really smartly and foul, right?
Yeah.
In fact, I'm sure that's what the Warriors are talking about right now. This is where just those 3 lone team fouls really works to your advantage. So the Red Devils almost have to get this thing up in a hurry, knowing Watchung Hills is going to be fouling. If they take their time, Watchung Hills may be taking their time. Here we go, 26 seconds. Eric Malto. Malto drives. Foul there by Bokash. But nothing on the shot. It was on the floor. So again, the Warriors still have 2 fouls to give, as we've got 21 seconds left in this one. And Bokash brings the ball in to Gillikin. And Gillikin is bumped by Martini.
And
so
again,
that's 5 fouls.
This is to Watchung's advantage. Even if you get 2 fouls and put them on the line for a 1-and-1, you know, it's
so still one more foul to give.
Yeah.
15 seconds to go.
Even with the 1-and-1, down 3.
Johansen for 3. Bounces up and over the backboard.
I was going to have to immediately foul
So
now.
the ball goes over to the Warriors. Just 7.9 seconds left. Central has got to foul immediately.
Deny hard, try and get a 5-second count.
What? And with trouble getting the ball in, the Warriors do call a timeout.
Oh, wow. Are you kidding me? Wow.
So here's the, they call the timeout. I'm sorry.
No, they called a hold down here. It was,
So Hopwood will go to the line for 2. Needless to say, the Red Devils are going to need him to miss both of these, or they're in a tough spot. Hopwood's first, no good. Red Devils still in this one. 7.9 to go. Central trailing by 3, 46-43.
I think I'd have some guys on the line here at least. You know, they got fouls to give.
Hopwood's
so
second is also long.
Just conceding the rebound.
Timeout Central.
I don't know about pulling
Coach,
the guys
hard
off the
to
line.
figure out why you wouldn't have guys at the line. You've got a foul to give.
Exactly.
So even if you have some aggressive play and a foul, it's not going to hurt you.
But at the end of the day, this has come down to, you know, obviously going to make a shot, but, I mean, Watchung should have this game won at this point. We're knocking down foul shots. You know, my uncle always told me, hey, cover the box score, and usually if you see who made more foul shots, cover the scores, look at the box score, who made more foul shots is usually the team that wins. And they've had plenty of opportunities here. And they just kept the door open for us to knock down a 3. And plenty of time to do it. 7 seconds is plenty of time.
Here's the problem. Watchung Hills does have that foul to give.
Exactly.
So they're going to be fouling immediately. And then you get to the point, even if that foul comes, say, in the next second or 2, if you foul, provided the guy isn't in the act of shooting, it's only a 2. It would only be a 1-and-1 on the floor.
Yeah.
So if Central gets off at 3, I'm sorry, it's not a good job by the Warriors. I mean a quality 3.
Yeah.
I should clarify.
Well, the only thing now is if you get this quick foul, and it pushes it to 6, you got to be careful of fouling on a shot, on a 3-point shot, you know.
Okay, here we go. 7 seconds to go. Malto drives on Bokash.
Oh.
Herside gets a clean 3, but that's no good.
Good basketball game.
And the Warriors of Watchung Hills hold on to a 46-43 win. Third time is a charm for Watchung Hills. Central winning both regular season matchups, but a heartbreaker here. Again, I was very surprised Central was able to get off a 3 under the circumstances. Not a great look, but certainly a decent look.
Yeah, it was a heck of a basketball game. I mean, kudos to Watchung Hills, kudos to Central. Like I said, the third time we played them, every game's been close. Every game could have gone either way. This one, went Watchung's way, and they deserve it. And congratulations to them. But I'll tell you what, the way our kids play, the way they carry themselves, and I know Mike can't be prouder than of them, and they represent Hunterdon Central the way they should.
What's the old adage, Coach? It is hard to beat a team 3 times, as I alluded to earlier today. In the NFL world, the New Orleans Saints beat the Tampa Bay Bucks 2 times during the regular season, but the third time was certainly the charm.
Yeah, and I venture to say, if I get my hands on a scorebook, how many more that Watchung shot a lot more foul shots than we did, for the entire game, and that's a big difference. We always talk about that, and Coach Falco will tell you, right? Philosophy is get to the rim, get to the foul line, and knock down open threes. And Watchung was able to do that. They got to the foul line and got to the rim. Well, I'm sure they're wishing they shot a little better from the line, but they had their opportunities, and I think they had a lot more opportunities than we did tonight.
Certainly an awful lot of disappointment for our Central seniors. 8 of them played their final game where they're competing for a title. Again, there will be 2 more games this week into the consolation round, and normally sometimes you think those consolation games are tough to play. I think they're going to rebound pretty good for it because there just wasn't a lot of games this year. You got to be grateful for any opportunity to play.
No question, especially for these seniors. With 2 games left with a shortened season, these aren't guys that are going in there looking at this as consolation game. They're going in there and saying we only got 2 more games to play. And I think this is also a team that had high expectations of making a deep run into the state playoffs, and it's unfortunate that they won't get that opportunity. So I think they'll be ready to go for these next 2 games, knowing that. After that, these 2, that's it.
Well, certainly a quality opponent in the Watchung Hills Warriors, and they will move on to play Gill on Thursday. Watchung Hills last year beat Gill in the county championship game on a buzzer beater, which was a stunner, although Watchung Hills had a real good team last year. No one expected them to beat Gill. They had Michael Bressler, the 5'5 Dynamo, who was first-team All-State with a bunch of Division I players. And certainly a lot of these players were on that team. And Gill is probably looking forward to maybe avenging that game. But this is a quality team. They don't make a lot of mistakes, a very patient team. That should be a good game.
Oh, no question. And the thing is, us, Watchung, Gill, these are battle-tested teams. They play a difficult schedule. This is the 3rd time we played them. We've already played Gill twice. Watchung has played them. So they're battle-tested. They're used to playing in these games. So they're not going to be wide-eyed when they, step on the court against Gill. They're used to it. And at the end of the day, that's why you play the game, right? It's nothing is set in stone. And that's why you compete. And,
Well, we will have no post-game show with the Red Devils coming up on the short end of this 46-43 game. We don't know when the next game will be. I know it's going to be Thursday night. We don't know the opponent. If it's here at Hunterdon Central, we will bring you the game on the HCTV live stream. So certainly pay attention to the score reports that happen. But, Coach, it was a lot of fun.
Yep,
disappointing finish, but hey, you like these kind of games to watch and to call.
I could sit here and watch high school basketball all day long. So it's fun to sit up here and be able to do this with you, Jim. And, feel bad for our kids, knowing what kind of kids they are, number one, how hard they practice every day. It's disappointing, but they'll get right back on the horse, be ready to go for the next game, and we'll get a win. So.
Well, we want to thank everybody for tuning in tonight. Once again, our final score was Watchung Hills 46 and our Red Devils 43. For our crew, the Coach Casey Ransone and the stat man and technician extraordinaire, Joe Sokolowski.
That guy's unbelievable over there in the corner.
I'm
man.
Jim
He gets
Johnson.
stuff done
Yes, he
people don't
is.
see.
He's all over it.
Tell you what.
And he's going to break this thing down in record time. You watch how that goes. So for Casey and for Joe, I'm Jim Johnson saying good night. Once again, Red Devils come up short 46-43 to the Warriors. Have a good night, everyone.